My thoughts, commentary, opinions only. I saw something on a YouTuber on their channel. Farms to Tabor is the name of her channel. She has excellent content. If you're interested in anything like educational about farming, she herself is a farmer. She talks about a lot of issues and brings a lot to light regarding the history of farming. Like in this video that I watched, which made me want to talk about this for a few minutes, probably won't be on here as long as I usually am, but I just thought that it was so fascinating that she brought up some great points about even a few hundred years ago, farming only really like the wealthier families or like upper middle class families could afford to own a farm. Like people worked their way up to it, but still, like people could work their way up to it. That's the whole point. It was a possibility. And now we've gotten to this point where if you're not born into it, and even if you are born into it, like if you're a part of a farming family, not so much anymore, but a lot of them have larger families, so they can't give the farm away to each one of their kids, or the kids end up getting a share of the farm. And a lot of them, if they want to continue farming, go out on their own to do their own farm anyways. But it was really interesting to learn about the history of like sharecropping and how people used to build their way up more, especially when land was more affordable, right? You could work a job, save some money, buy the land, everything was more affordable. And now, with the way monocrop farming is too, of course, it's just the logistics, the equipment you have to use. Often farmers, get into debt just getting their equipment, I can imagine, or maintaining it, fixing it, and everything. So it was really interesting when she said that's what farms to Tabor. This is what she said on her channel. I'm sorry, I should have linked it in the description of this, but she said it should be like other trades where you get into it, you work for somebody else, you gain the skills you need, and then you can go do your own thing, have your own business, have your own farm. Hi, Tiger. How are you doing? And I thought that was so fascinating because it is part of the problem. And I think that monocrop farming is horrible. I don't know about y'all in other countries. I'd be interested. Oh, hi, Isaiah. How are you? Here in our country, most farmland is like I'd say at least 10 to 100, 200 plus acres of one crop. And they do that most of the, and then they'll call it rotating, just going between two crops. It's like soy one year and then corn the other often. And that is according to some people. I'm not an expert. I'm not giving, but there is a lot on Yanasa TV talking about soil retention and how this monocrop farming. Hi, Alessa. How Ulysses? Hi, Tony. This monocrop farming and the way that we treat the soil, it's gonna basically erode away. It already is. There isn't very good water retention. And you can see the difference in soil. And what we're doing, we're stripping it. And our food is becoming less nutritional. And this was known since the 20s or 30s, ever since the Dust Bowl. Scientists were like, yeah, the soils are less full of minerals. I mean, it just makes sense. If the soil has less, then, and what about the animals that we feed this stuff to? Because a lot of it is for animal feed, right? But ultimately, a lot of that is for us to consume. And that's the beauty of like pastured animals. They eat all of this grass, tons of grass that you yourself couldn't normally do, and make it more available and nutritious for you. Um, and it's just like really sad that the average American farmer is 60 years old. So this is another reason why these conversations are important to have. Okay, Ben, don't do that again or you're going to get blocked. But if farming was like other trades, do any of you think that that would mean that that would make it easier, that a lot more people would get into it? Because Farms to Tabor brought up how a lot of people, myself included, I do agree with her. A lot of people seem to have the goal of having a farm, but they never really do it. And like, why is that? I think most of it is monetary reasons. Like, people can't jump into operating a large farm. And for it to be successful enough to then give you profit on top of that, I know that a lot of people that farm, they still work full-time jobs. Like in I think that's pretty crazy. I don't think it used to be like that, you know? I know some people probably just want to, but I mean, like, both people work outside the house because they have to pay the bills. That shouldn't be for if you're a farm producing food for other people, I feel like you shouldn't be that bad off. Hi, pre-apocalypse. Hi, TY. How are you doing? A YouTuber farms to Tabor. She made this video recently, and it was really interesting going over the history of like sharecropping, and it's super interesting. I think, oh my gosh, I would love to, but like, a lot of people were taken advantage of, so I'm not trying to like romanticize if you could work, and they still have like rent to own properties, but if you could like work a farmer's farm and prove to them you would be good to like take over their land, and they could give you a good deal on it. I know that I'm doing well, TY. Thank you for asking. I'm glad you're doing fine. I kept thinking about this after I think her video was yesterday, or whenever she uploaded it was recent. It's the most recent video on her channel. And she makes a lot of great points about how the system is broken. Also, she has one video, it's been a few months ago. It was really interesting talking about how they want to make these like work farms. Our government, JFK specifically, has brought up like a place to send people with mental issues or maybe people in rehab and stuff, like make them work at farms. Um, I don't agree with that, but like unless somebody and wants to go to a farm to do that for their rehab, of course, I think that's a fine option. But thanks to it. I I often wonder when I'm driving through the countryside out here, there's so many farms, and now there's like exponentially more people. The population has only increased, and there's so many less farms. It's pretty wild. It shows how much we eat just junk, chemicals here in the US, more specifically. Thank you, Beyond. It is a tapestry I got from Amazon. It's like fabric. I need to put that, like every single life somebody brings it up to link it in my description, like the Amazon link. Oh, thank you, Peachy. You're sweet. So, look, I found this when I was cleaning. My one of my kids was obsessed with presidents, and he got this Hillary Rodham Clinton president book. It's funny. I don't have it in here with me, but this was from that. It was like before he officially won the first time, and I thought I might have some fun, like um friends and Beyonce. No, I am married, but, I'm putting myself on YouTube, so I appreciate it. There's always trolls usually, but that's what I thought. If I'm not talking about something political, bet I'll get less trolls. I was just filming a book reading. I'm trying to be better on my channel. I know that's probably gonna get me the least amount of views, but there's several books that I wanna share on my channel, and I just need to read for, like, 10 to 20 minutes at a time, you know? Um No, thanks, Porter. Make a double tan and say, "I'm a bear," Porter said. I don't know why that just reminded me. I think bear might be in the podcast name. But anyways, we're not gonna talk about that. We're talking about farmer. The average age of an American farmer is 60 years old. So we need to start really like I know a lot of people are fed up with the way things are, and soon with the way things are going, oh, I forget the name of the strait. It's like the oil that passes through a lot of the world's oil or whatever, like two-thirds of the world oil. They shut down a strait near Iran because they can. Hi, Nicole. Grandma's asleep right now. Dog said it was not good for you. Okay, Nicole. Oh, hey, Kentucky. Yes, I've already seen daffodils bloom in Kentucky budget. It's the day before yesterday, I saw the first daffodils, and now it's going to be all this 70 plus degree weather. Hey, Fendi, how are you? I think I might if I can Instacart and make some money. Hi, Javier, how are you? I might go ahead and get some soil. Um we're getting some work done, so I want to wait to like do to spend any money until after that is done. I'm doing well, Javier. How are you? Hello, greetings from Venezuela. And Angel said, "Oh, that's so cool. How are you in Venezuela? I hope you're doing fine." No, Marcos, I cannot see your future. Hormuz. I've heard it like 10 times today. Yes, thank you, Fendi. With everything, I know maybe not necessarily a lot of produce, but still everything's going to get so expensive. So The more we can eat locally, and in my opinion, this is just a theory. I'm not saying that I really think I'm right. Yes, Roscoe. I think that some of the food allergies and sensitivities that people are experiencing lately might be because we eat so much of the exact same thing. There's a theory that sometimes if you have leaky gut that is like an inflamed gut wall, there is a possibility that possibly some stuff from your digestive tract might get into your bloodstream, then your immune system attacks it, and that's what creates antibody like essentially like food allergies or sensitivities if you believe in that. I totally believe in all of that. Or that it is possible, and one possible so it just makes sense why some people also develop allergies, and also there's horrible things like this alpha gal, tick disease that makes you allergic to red meat and apparently dairy, I didn't know. Um, so it's important to I'm excited because I haven't had a real garden in a few years because of all the moving around we did, and I had a surgery last year. Hey, you see that thing I sent you about the holy war thing? Yes, I wrote you back like a few sentences right before I got on here, but I'm gonna write you back more. Yeah, it's really interesting how apparently there's a lot of people in our government that think that they're going to cause the second coming of Jesus with certain actions they're taking, and that's what and it's just so funny. Half my life, the government has been telling us how the extremists are, who are gonna, like, end the world are the Muslims, and now look at what they're doing. I'm sorry. Hey, Perry, how are you doing? Oh, Gary, I'm fine. I actually got lots of sleep lately, but I'm not gonna be on here for, like, 3 hours tonight. Fendi, a lot of people are complaining about it in the military. Oh, yes, Fendi, I saw that there was, I think on Kim Iverson, somebody it was like, a complaint somebody sent in, and they were reading it, and they said, like, "It's not good for morale." You probably saw the same thing, huh? And that they're saying yeah, basically, it's like Armageddon, and do women like guys who are bald? I feel like I've never seen a girl with a bald guy. Oh, that's not true, that guy. I see yeah, there's women that get with bald guys all the time. Some women genuinely don't care that much about looks, seriously, especially after you've been through some shit. But then there's women that are like, never give I don't want to call anybody ugly. I'm just going to shut up. Yeah, bald guys have girlfriends, Gabrielle said. Oh, I am, Gary. So I'm drinking my collagen peptides, and I've actually had a really good day. I've been cleaning a ton. Um, okay, Diesel. I was just thinking about that earlier because, oh, thanks, Kevin. Love you too. My shoulder, I'm fine, but my shoulder kind of hurt. And I'm like, I bet you one reason why doctors don't prescribe pain medication is because they've got like a Rolodex of their own friends and family that always have like a bottle of Oxy when they need it. You know what I mean? It's like they never prescribe it. Like who do they prescribe it to? And I'm not saying that like I want any. I'm just saying I'm drinking milk with collagen peptides in it. It's like this chocolate mix from Costco. Yeah, Costco, we got it. Or no, hold on, I think it was from Walmart actually. Diesel coating, only thing keeping me to watch this. Oh, Shamal, that's sad. And this blunt don't burn. Okay. So the whole point is the average American farmer is 60 years old. We need to seriously start considering, like, within our lifetime, if you're anywhere around my age, I'm 38 years old, like, we are going to see farming drastically change, in my opinion. I see so many farms. It's kind of scary to think about. And a lot of it is regulations, the way that they make regulations on things like dairy farms, they used to allow, like, smaller dairy farms, and then they made it so you had to have 2,000 head of cattle to be a dairy farm and, like, sell milk in the market. I think that's pretty crappy, and so they're just trying to make people more dependent off the government and loans, and, I know there's, like, a war going on, trust me, and so I was thinking about it a lot too today, and I was cleaning like crazy because I'm gonna start working in a few weeks, so I wanted no, Rick Young, I am not a farmer, but I would like to be. I have 1 acre, and I am gonna show you guys I am gonna have a pretty big garden this year, but I've never had a farm, you know? And I could only manage 10 acres or less. Really, 10 acres is pushing it for, like, not having a ton of six-figure equipment, but that is part of the beauty of a permaculture farm. If there was more permaculture farms that had, like, I can't even think of the number of how many crops, you know, there'd be we do have fruit trees, berry bushes, and, like, once those are established, oh my goodness, like, it just I don't know. I know it's a lot to manage, but the U-pick farms that I've been to, they seem to be pretty successful, and they're always quite small, and wouldn't it be easy to make a U-pick fruit and berry bush, and then maybe the rest could pay for itself, and we need to have just I mean, like, acres of, like, a meandering trail of berry bushes, and then it's like a food forest setup where there's, like, other kinds of crops around it, and sure, there's gonna be patches of certain kinds of crops, but we need to get away from this monocrop farming. It's depleting our soils. And so our first house, we did live backed up to a field that the farmer would let his cows graze. And to think about the glyphosate after growing corn or soy, the cows would graze. And that always didn't sit right with me either. Like on top of them eating the feed from these plants, they're also grazing in the fields that are growing those plants with like 99% of the time, you know, have glyphosate or use glyphosate. And that's another super disappointing thing that has happened lately. They basically said we need to make the ingredients for glyphosate in our country. We're not going to depend on China anymore, which I can appreciate that. But about anything other than glyphosate, I'm completely ignoring all of the science. That like anybody that wants to put their blinders on and still believe that glyphosate is like completely healthy. But it is such a shame. It is a reason why, even if you want to farm organically, you might not be able to because your soil might have too much crap in it from like runoff from another farmer if it was a conventional farm before. And granted, you might be able to take care of that in a few years, but it's very expensive too to be organic. I look past people not having that organic label if they're truly using organic measures because that's actually like my ideal kind of farm, the kind of farm that's like too small to, you know what I mean? They seem to care the most. We'll have clankers doing all the farming for us, as they said. Thank you, 2 tacos. Yeah, our daffodils are popping. I planted peas on February 16th and noticed today they were coming up. Oh, that's so cool, Kentucky. I should have planted my peas already. I love peas. And peas are a great food. Hi, Nick. Hi, N8. Hi, Adrian. Bernie Sanders 2028. Oh gosh. I think he's all right for a politician, but he's too old. I think we need to get some new blood in there, and not JD Vance. I'm not sure what glyphosate is. So it is like an herbicide, and they've made some seeds to like have it in the seed. And then other than that, they just like spray. It's what's in Roundup. If you don't know what Roundup is, it's like a really common weed killer that people use at home. Sweeney, I love Kentucky, but the crops I want to grow is not legal. Well, you can grow, well, I guess you couldn't grow it as a crop. You can grow a few plants if you're talking about marijuana, and you can grow hemp. I don't have WhatsApp Edge. I've never used that. Like one time, like a year ago, I tried to because I thought you could be like anonymous on it. But anyways, because I wanted to like text people from here, you know what I mean? Not like use my number or my last name. Yeah, it's legal medicinally here, but yeah, you couldn't grow more than whatever, like 3 to 6 plants a person or something like that. But that would be cool. I would love to do that. And I looked into it and it was like a year ago they were going to court over it, but I couldn't find anything recently for like a lot of times when you have it, you can't have GUNs and people went to court over that specifically in Kentucky saying like, you know, you should be able to have like medical marijuana and your Second Amendment right intact. But yeah, it's really unfortunate. If you grow hemp, they want you to they basically say, like, "We can come search your house at any point in time." It's so silly. I guess in theory, somebody growing hemp could be hiding a bunch of, like, actual marijuana plants in it maybe, but I don't know. I think that they need to just get over all of that. It's such a useful plant, And we need to um also just the act of that's what I was getting at, pasturing animals. That's what made our land so fertile, our pastures to begin with, was like large pasturing animals like buffalo, eating and then defecating and fertilizing and then coming and stomping down, trampling growth. And, it's like this natural process. It's so lost on the farmlands that for a decade after decade after decade have been growing two or three things over and over. And I need to make an edited video that shows the example of water retention, the soil from a farm that actually practices like really good everything. The soil, it looks so much better. I did get sleep and I woke up at 6 o'clock and I was going to go out and look at the moon, but it was really cloudy. Just looking from my window, it was like bright and like really cloudy. I was like, this is weird. I didn't think it was going to be so bright because I kept waking on and off through the night. And this might sound dumb, but I wonder if blood moon had something to do with it or energy and frequency. Yeah, it totally could, Fendi. Did you know during full moons, they always have more nurses? Hey, TWC, how are you? They have more nurses working at labor and delivery units because they know there's going to be more babies born. It really is like the full moon is powerful, and often when something weird happens or somebody does something, a lot of times I'll just be like, "Is it a full moon?" Um, but of course, that's not always the case, but definitely affects people. Yeah, more people having sex, TWCs. So I thought it was such a neat concept to think about. If farming was like a trade and you could work your way into it, and how many of us would be working our way into it? And maybe that was the whole point. Maybe they made it the way that they did over the last, I don't know, specifically. I mean, it's been like 80 or 60 years that they really, certain things, like I was floored when I found out that like some farmers are in this deal where they can't even pick out what seed they buy. Like if they're in a government, I guess if the government subsidizes them or they're using some government grant, they, like, will be told what to grow. What's the oh, that would just not sit well with me. And there are more people that have, like, more of a variety of things I've noticed, like, around here, but of course, it's not. I don't know, maybe that's because people do. Oh, hey, Gnostic, how are you doing? I'm doing good. I felt like I was filming another video and then my battery, not my battery, my storage ran out. And then I wanted to come on here for a little bit and talk to you guys. And I was just talking about this video I saw, Farm to Tabor is the name of the YouTube channel. And she brought up like how farming used to be something you could work your way into more easily. And USDA has requirements if you take funding. Yes, Tyler. Yes. So I think Alexandra Fasulo, she said that she could have gotten USDA loans before and she didn't because she didn't want to be locked into their bullshit. And I love that girl. And are paid not to grow certain things. Oh, I didn't know that, James. They're paid not to grow certain things. Like that doesn't surprise me, but I didn't know that. That is just that should it's like it's America. That should be criminal. Yeah, Tyler said bingo. That's how I would like to be, but like so when we had our 23 acres and we obviously were like we don't have any funds left and we're kind of like at this point where like we're not really comfortable, but yada yada. If we didn't have children, we would have totally stuck it out, but it was meant to be. I did look into USDA things then, and it's like technically, I mean, like we could have tried to do something, but I'm still glad that we just sold it instead of getting into something with the government. Um, Government at its best, Sweeney said. Yeah, I think ideally people would start growing stuff, obviously on their own, but like, more so, but there could be easily enough CSAs, I think so, but I live in, like, farm country, I know not everywhere is like here. I would say at least in a quarter of America, hey, Pyramid, how are you? That most communities could grow seasonal like, I've been getting more into fruits and vegetables lately myself. It's just like food is so freaking expensive, but, like, you can still eat pretty well if you especially if you like to eat fruit. And, I'm not saying that, like, I fell to the carnivore diet fad or anything, but, like, I genuinely did feel better, like, focusing on protein for a while. I kind of, like, focused too much on that, and then I'm like, well, especially seeing as though I like to grow things, like, of course, I'm going to try as hard as humanly possible. Um, yes, I do like water zone. I was just drinking a bunch of lemon water yesterday and today because I got a bag of lemons and I wasn't using them. I'm like, I need to use these. But yeah, it is something hope you guys stick around to watch that I will. I saw the coolest comment where this kid, and I know it could have been fake. I always take everything with a grain of salt on the internet, but this kid said that he's like 29 now, but when he was a teenager, he just saved a bunch of money. Oh, thank Tyler for the party hat. He saved a bunch of money and he bought his own food truck, turned into like, now he's doing like more than fine. And he said, I looked at money as a tool, not the goal. And I was like, I really liked how he said that. And like, that's how I'm trying to look at money. It's not like some daunting thing like that I don't have enough of or that I need more of in order to get X, Y, and Z. And like, instead of looking at it like that, you see, like, it's a tool. I have access to this tool. Maybe I don't have access to as much as I want, but I can earn it and I can save it. So you already like 72% of me. I appreciate that. Zone said, oh, Zone, that's funny. And it's interesting. We are 70% water, and the earth is also 70% water, or at least the earth's surface. Peas, beans, etc. Pyramid said, yes, I love peas so much because you can eat them pretty early. You can eat the little pea shoots. I don't know why I'm holding my fingers up. I'm just imagining very first little like offshoots. You can eat the pods long before they're like ready. You know what I'm trying to say? Long before there's peas in them. Yes, water, lemon, and chia seeds. I said chia seeds always hurt my stomach really bad, but I haven't tried them in years. Like 15 years ago, I tried them and I couldn't tolerate it. But that was a long time ago. Cameron, that's great advice. I love peace tea, my favorite. Really, Edge of South. Lately, I've been having better luck growing. What do you mean, Baytony? Cam, what part of Kentucky are you from? I was born in Louisville, but we live in South Central right now. I don't say the name. I am gonna go do something fun tomorrow. I don't see myself vlogging it, but I'm definitely gonna like make content about it. But that's all I'm gonna say. But it's not in the town I live in. Crude oil should not be on futures market. Cam is from Paducah. Oh, that's cool, Cam. Paducah is a really cool town. I I I haven't been there, but I know a lot about it. I'm sorry. I met somebody who was from there in Florida. It was funny. SD and rock and roll, her said. Oh, that's funny. I was going to say, what is S&D? And then my brain. I'm sorry. Now of course I was filming a video for 20 minutes before I got on here and my storage got full. Mm. And I know drinking milk doesn't help, but I was already, you know. What is that? I don't know what it is. Am I saying it right? Betony? Betony? Oh yeah, I will have fun tomorrow. Thank you. Her Florida Bethany. It's invasive and hard to keep out of my garden and landscape. Oh, huh. No, I want to see it. Yeah, I am completely redoing our beds that are like around the house. So that's a big thing, but I'm not complaining about it. Like I'm really excited about it. I'm excited that I'll be able to do it. Last year I had surgery in April, so I couldn't do like hardly any gardening because April, and I knew that. I was like, gosh, I'm having as this surgery at the worst time, but um you too, Cam. So I just brought this little subject up, but I do want to make because of course my channel being named Homestead. I know I don't make enough edited videos that are like I need to streamline my content. Like, we can talk about whatever on lives, right? But, like, I really wanna streamline my content. It's gonna be mostly about gardening and farming and, like, even though, yes, I garden, we should all be interested in farming and what is going on with our farmlands right now. And the way that Trump wants to create glyphosate on our soil, it's like, that's the exact opposite direction we should be going in. We should be learning about there's a lot of things that are becoming resistant to it. That is the natural thing they knew would happen. And it's it's just not gonna be as beneficial as it even was to begin with, for long. And if you ask me, I don't think the benefits ever outweighed the harm, but I'm really excited to share with you. Oh, thanks for subbing, Cam. I'm really excited to share, like, gardening and all the good things that can, and we don't have a lot of money to spend, so you'll see me rig up some interesting things, although my husband's built some pretty cool beds already, so I'm lucky to have that as a start, but I am really excited about it. Oh, hi, Jared, how are you? I don't think so, Marshall. Probably not. If the internet has taught me anything. But yeah, I have a bunch of stuff. I'm trying to get my, self in gear, starting a new job in 2 weeks exactly. But I really want to spend a lot of time with you guys until then. Okay.